Catch you about hula, didn't you? Alter ego, the evil twin. Now what? Now where do we go first? Okay. Oh, oh, hey, how you doing? All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope class goes well.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Want me to bring down the jello now?
Yeah, please. Yeah. Yeah. Some cookies. Yeah. Thank you.
My daughter is being treated for leukemia. It hit me hard. It did.
Okay. Who's there? Oh, D.
I would
Hello?
like to exchange dollars for euros.
Oh. All right. Okay. So she Natosha minutes ago. We'll begin in a minute or two. Just begin. Thank you, Daniel. So anyway.
Yamara Hashev.
Misha Gaba. Kaplat Kamara Huain.
Hagama.
Nagama. Okay. Top. Hashin Ma. Small Hashin. So Kesh no Nayak Dunisby. Does anybody have a question or news? Sgeulachd.
Not yet.
No. Well, Lisa's not going to be with us tonight. She's she's got business elsewhere. Who's this? Oh, here's Tim. Wait a moment. Oh, here's Tim. Okay. Kimmerhau Tim.
Tommy Train.
Villa Trang Ho, Trang on Coney.
Mm-hmm.
Always busy. Okay. All right. Okay. So anyway, well, let's see if I can't get the ball rolling here. So let's see what we got here. Share the screen. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, here we go. So Gaeltach. Well, I don't know why I have it twice. All right. All right. Okay. Gaelic Vrishja, Navierlach Lishja. And here's our piper for the week. Okay. All right. And of course, the Zoom link, and you guys all have the Zoom link. You got it? Gaholko. Okay, so the YouTube link for the class is under construction. I'll post that when I'll change that when the class is posted. The video is posted. Here's Pat. Yeah,
Yes, I'm having a little trouble.
okay. Yeah, well, we can hear you. We just can't see you. Oh, there you are.
Oh, okay, there I am.
There
Okay.
you are. Okay. All right. Okay. Gleba. Okay. All right. Okay.
Um,
So I'm sharing the screen. Under the
Okay.
Fàilte section tonight, have a little something going on here. Okay. So one of the things that's helpful, so you guys have been at this for a while, so I don't have to, somewhat preaching to the choir. But but of course it's helpful to do a little bit of Gaelic, at least a little bit every day. It doesn't have to be an intensive study. And one of the ways to do this is just put on something in the background. You don't even have to be paying attention to it. And I'm going to show you a website. I might have shown it to you before. They call it Sleep Gaelic. Now, of course, you can just put it on when you're awake as well, puttering about the house, or if you have access to what do you call it? Well, you can access it on your cell phone or something like that and listen to it in your pods, earphones. But it's called Sleep Gaelic, and I'll just show you what's going on with it. So I'm going to stop the share here, and now I go over to the share on the other side. Share, and I want to share the sound.
Don't waste your time. I want to.
Okay. 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 So here we go. Now, can you hear this?
No.
Now that?
No.
Oh, okay. So I'm not sure why it's not working. Okay, so now Zoom is not cooperating. Let me stop the share for a moment. Share. I'm sharing sound.
Hey, CD.
And okay. Here.
Yeah.
Let me go here.
Here and now.
What if I told you this dish was actually healthy? Let's be real. Factor's menu is way healthier than the competition. Their chefs actually know what they're doing. Every meal's...
I hear it now.
Okay.
I would like to exchange dollars for euros.
Betalam dollaren A Mhòd is on euroen.
$1 Emlich.
Do you hear that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So it goes like this, and this is 8 hours. So you just turn it on and you leave it on in the background, and you're sleeping or something like that. One.
Sé maadach mo chola bre.
Mara Quancola Bre.
Birthday.
Mahola Bray.
Sé maadach chola bre.
Quancola Bre. She Mara Colbre.
This year, I don't want to celebrate my birthday.
Yum Gary Monco Labre.
Chanel Giri Mahola Bre a Chorach an Bliana.
Clàr Labre. Ampliana.
Chanel mi Giri Mahola Bre a Chorach an Bliana.
Ambriana.
All right, so yeah, so you get the idea. It just goes through this whole thing, very slowly paced. You know, gives you the English, and then it gives you 2 or 3 renditions in the Gaelic. All right, okay. So anyway, so
Oh, that's fun.
yeah. So when you go to sleep, or when you're just puttering around the house, or if you can figure out a way to get it on a recording and play it in the car, whatever you want to do, okay? But it's a good, effortless learning, okay?
Do you, as an educator, professional teacher, do you think that type of learning is helpful?
Oh yes, helpful.
Oh, it
yes.
is. It's known. Oh, that's great.
So in a couple different ways. One is it just kind of works its way into your, what they call it, an earworm. Okay, it's an earworm. It kind of works its way into your brain, and much of some learning is not done consciously. I mean, you don't necessarily have to be studying something to learn. It's helpful sometimes just to have it like this, have it on in the background, and you get the rhythm and the pronunciation. Sometimes you pick up a word, okay, but and then especially when you're sleeping, it just kind of works its way into your brain, and you start dreaming in Gaelic.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, Michael, for finding this.
Yeah. So
I'll put it on my iPad.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, put it on your iPad and play around with it. At the very least, it won't hurt.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So let's go on. Okay. So that's my little offering there. So here we have the little girl and the with the recorder next to her. She's playing her sleep Gaelic. She's learning Gaelic while she sleeps. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So Clàr na Seachdaine, the schedule for the week. We'll Fàilte. Okay. And the Seachdain na Seachdaine, be a mhuc. Okay. Where the pigs are. Okay. Gràmar na Seachdaine and Ath-shealladh, regular future tense verbs. Okay, so we'll go over those. Okay, and then we'll take a look at a Mhòd. Okay, and then we'll have Òran na Seachdaine, bimi. Okay, all right. Okay, so anyway, okay, and tonight will be the last night of the review, and so starting next week we'll start relatively new material. Okay, but I just wanted to start off our year. Going over all the, and renewing and refreshing, reviewing, renewing, and refreshing all that we've learned so far. Okay, right. Okay, right. Okay. So, Seachdain na Seachdaine should be na Seachdaine. Okay, Seachdain na Seachdaine. Okay. Okay. So, Fàilte be a mhuc, be fhacal.
Be a mhuc. Be fhacal.
A mhuc, be fhacal. Okay, so where the sow is, where the pig is, that's where the pigsty will be. Okay, and there's a few sayings, so I just collected a few of these. Fàilte be an chiask, sound of this nahion. Okay, where the fish is, the birds will be. Okay, so you find the fish, you find the birds. Okay, fishing for them. A couple others.
R&B.
Fàilte be do cra, be do lav. be the yeah, where your pain is, that's where your hand will be. Okay. And one more. Fana be do gra, be do hayach. Be do hayach. Okay, where your love is, that's where you will hang out. Okay, I'll put this up here. Okay. All right. Okay, where your love is, that's, that'll be your hangout. That's where you will be. Okay. Fana be do gra, be do hayach. Okay. All right. Okay. And hayach literally means a haunt during a haunting. Okay. But in this sense, meaning to hang out, and there used to be a phrase, or a usage of the word haunt in English, meaning just that, his usual haunts, his usual hangout place. Okay. So anyway, so
people would say, yeah, well, you can find him at his haunt.
Yeah, that's right.
Could have been the local bar or the one that he went to, his local haunt. Yeah.
Okay.
From years ago.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's so just a general cultural observation that of these sorts of happenings, the coincidence of things, of interest, of love, of pain. Okay, anyway, so just kind of a fun little shenachel. Okay, shenachler. All right, okay, so that's the shenachel neshechina. Okay, the old word, the old saying of the week. Okay, all right, okay, the wit and wisdom of the Gael. Okay, all right, so grammar neshechina. Okay, all right, so here we get to grammar. Okay, and we're going to do the regular future tense or the future tense of the regular verb. Okay, so just a little reminder, a very up until this point, or for one of the first things we learned was the future tense with the verbal noun. Be me a dole, I will be going. Be me a counich, I will be buying. Be me a snav, I will be swimming. And now in English, we don't have a simple future tense. We use a helping verb to form the future tense. Gaelic, however, has a simple future tense. And a simple future tense is kind of the future correspondent of the simple past. In English, we form the simple past, of course, with a ed for the most part, unless at least for the regular verbs, helped and so on. We don't have anything similar in the future tense in English, but in Gaelic we do. And it's very, very simple. Now, last week we covered the irregular verbs, right? We covered the irregular verbs, which are few in number. But the regular verbs, which are most of the verbs, are very simple. We simply add an AIDH or an IDH to the end of the word, such as snav becomes snavy, so snavy. Okay, so I'll put snav becomes snavy, will swim. Okay, that's the future tense. Snavi mi amara. Snavi mi amara kansadur. Tomorrow I'll swim in the ocean. Okay. More examples. Dusk, to wake, wake up. Okay. Now, right here, I touch on how we tell whether we add an AIDH or an IDH. Okay. So let me turn that off. Okay. All right. So, and the key is whether the last vowel in the root is broad or slender. Okay. Dusk-gi. Okay, so here we have a slender, and of course the slender vowels are I and E. Okay, so dusk is slender, so it's duski. Okay, okay, IDH. Erich, slender, erichimi. Okay, slender. Kur, kurimi. Okay, slender, slender to slender. Remember the rule: slender to slender. Okay, broad to broad. So here we have a broad vowel, fag, to leave, fakimi, fakimi. Okay, I will leave. Or snav, as I said before, snavimi. So here you have the AIDH. All right? All right. Okay, so now there are a few that deviate a little bit from this rule, and they experience what's called syncope. They contract a little bit. So kachel is not kacheli. See right here I have, it's not kacheli, it's kachli. Frekersht is frekri, it's not frekersti. Okay? Inch is inchi, it's not inishi. Okay, so these are few and far between. I don't have a complete list, but you can sort of always tell. Okay, they're pretty common. The key being they're common words, and they have a more complicated root word structure. Okay, and it's just easier to say them as contracted. Okay, okay. But we don't have to worry about them right now. As we say, these are small in number, and we don't have to worry about them right now. But just to alert you. All right. Okay. All right. And already we get to the exercise. All right. So so how do you make at a future tense?
A is a
ATAIDH. Ati?
Yeah. Ati. Yeah.
Ati.
Ati. Okay. Ahrich.
Harish is the word, so the I is slender.
Uh-huh.
So that would be
Harichi.
Acharichi.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Right. Okay. Ahrich. Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, no, look at that. That's irregular. It
Oh.
no, it's perfectly regular. I put an extra I in there. Okay, Aharichi. Yeah, okay. All right, Bach, hinder.
Bach.
Baki.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, once you get the rhythm, it's very easy. Just start to say the word and add in and an E at the end. Okay. Basik.
Basiki.
Basiki. Basiki. Yeah, there you go. Beach for bite.
Beachy.
Beachy, yeah. Beachy, yeah. Say, and you can start it off without even knowing how it ends. Right? I mean, so Blythe would be Blythe.
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 Yeah, Blythe. Blythe. Okay.
Blythe.
Blythe.
Yeah, Blythe. Blythe. With a long A. Okay. Brape to kit would be
Brapey.
Brapey. Okay, yeah. Okay. Breach. The break would be breachy. There you go. You're starting to get it there. Okay. Yeah. Get a rhythm going. Bruter would be
Brewery.
Brewery. Yeah. Okay. Brewery. Okay. So I wonder if that's a no. Okay. Yeah. That might be a brewery. No, I think that's right. Brewery. Okay. Okay. Brook to belch would be a
Brookie.
brookie. Okay.
Brookie.
Brookie. Okay. With a long
When you feel that belch coming on, you have to say,
Yeah, brookie, yeah.
future
brookie.
tense belch coming.
Yeah. I will belch, brookie me, and then brook me. I did belch. I belched. Okay. Cool. It would be
Brook. Brookie.
Brewly.
Really.
Really.
Mhm.
Really.
Okay, boo. Boon.
Boon.
Boony. Okay. Sometimes also means to win, like in win a prize. And you also have Bunic, to win or
Buniki?
conquer. Buniki, okay. Buniki, okay. Yeah, well, here's one. Cock.
Would be cocky.
Cocky.
Cocky, yeah, cocky. Okay. Okay. Cotchel.
Actually.
Cotch. No, so remember this is Cotchley. Okay. Yeah, this is one of the irregular ones. Okay. Well, irregular. You know, it lenites. Okay. Kyle, lose.
Kylie.
Okay. Okay. Kylie me. Okay.
That's sad because I know a bunch of Kylies.
Kylie's. Okay.
I'll have to tell them their name means you will lose.
Yeah. Loser. Yeah. It means loser. Yeah. Car, to mend would be
Kari.
okay. I will mend. Yeah. Kai, to waste or spend.
Kai.
Yeah. Kai, okay. Kai. Kai is also used in the sense of time, to spend time. Kai. Okay. Okay. All right. Con, as in speak, would be
Connie.
yeah. Okay. Kuchel, as in die or change.
Kucheli.
And I think this is Kuchli.
Kucheli.
Kuchli, yeah.
Kuchli.
This is one of the irregular regulars. Okay. Kuhn.
Cooney.
Cooney, yeah, okay. Cooney. Okay, very to weep or wail. Okay, shows up a lot in Gaelic songs. Okay?
Yeah.
Cowl. Cowley. If this is one of those no, it's not. Okay.
No, that's
What am I doing now? Okay, calorie. Countick.
now you got it.
Conic.
Conically.
Counticky. Okay.
Conically.
Countick.
Key.
Counticky. I will buy.
Conically.
Came. Step.
Oh.
Kamey.
Yeah, Kamey. Yeah, Kamey. Yeah. Keelach.
Keelickley? No, Keelicky.
Keelicky. Keelicky. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So you're starting to get the pattern. Now you can go, there's a lot of words here. You see it goes on for a few pages. So that'll keep you busy this coming week.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. In between doing your sleeping Gaelic. Okay. So you can work on this, right? Just to get down the present tense regular future verbs. Okay. All right. Any questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, on the list, blocky, warm. At the end, it was just ADH. Well, I didn't know if that was a typo.
Yeah, no.
Is that just a typo?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
damn you, spell check.
Okay. Yeah, really. Okay.
Blocky.
I
Okay,
want to,
like, yeah. like
but
that.
the die is the I think you said the irregular. Die is Caocli.
Oh, Kuachel.
Okay.
Kuachel is the root.
Uh-huh.
Kuachli would be the
AIDH.
Future.
Future.
Kuachli.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so don't confuse these with the verbal nouns.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so these are the simple future,
Future.
as in I
Yeah.
will do something,
Right.
Tomorrow I die. Yeah. So
Well, you will die.
yeah.
You will
Cook,
wake up.
Yeah. Eat, drink, and be married. It's an amarach kuchli sheen. Yeah, for tomorrow we will die. Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we will die. So anyway, kuchli sheen. Okay. And then just a little note that in Gaelic, for the most part, we don't say that a person dies, basi. Animals die. People kuchel. Okay, they change. It's sort of the distinction between die, when in English, die and pass away. And so a kuchel is more commonly used. Okay. Once in a while, you'll see somebody referring to a person dying as in basi, but for the most part, Gaelic avoids that. Okay. Anyway, all right. Okay. So you have these, and then you can just go on and play around with this. Okay. So get the simple future tense down. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So where do we go now? All right. So now I'm going to do a little presentation on the Royal National Mhòd.
Oh, good.
Okay. And now I have to stop the share and go over to my other computer. The really screwy system I have, So you go over to the other computer, share. Okay. And oh, no. Oh, that's different. Okay. That's my year 1 class. Okay. Okay. Well, hold on a second. I want to. I opened up the wrong document for the class. Okay. All right, there we go. And okay, here we go. Okay, so the Mhòd is ongoing now in Scotland. Okay. So I thought I'd share some stuff. So this first thing, if I'm not mistaken, is a little am I right? Yeah, here we go. It's a little video created by the Mhòd people regarding the Mhòd. Okay, so nope. I should have the sound on. Let's just try it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sgeulachd. An seo hena beantain a brain.
Hana heineken a sein.
Agus ha Gaelic bio.
Han je dúrach atje a haun.
Sé ar dulch as a haun.
Sé dachi ar Gaelic a haun.
Ha Gaelic an an enyam gach atje.
Ounce na Òran.
Ounce na Sgeulachd.
Seachdaine atá fhacal na Gaelic.
Is ha sin áchas láite.
Gach fhacal céilte leis an talú.
Gach go cealte leis an am ríteach.
Bíl haber na dheachaí don bhd náiste rial.
Corpation.
Ceol. Downsa.
Guan Gaelic a léanach na glí.
Ashin Jishal.
A sin seo. Agus bí sin ná.
Okay, so that's a little video that they put out. And I have I'm going to go over to this computer now. System Sgeulachd. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So I have a little presentation, Royal National Mhòd. Okay, all right, okay. Royal National Mhòd, A Mhòd Nasciento Real, okay? Short overview of Scotland's premier Gaelic festival. Now, there's a national Mhòd in Scotland. There are also, well, in Scotland, there are regional Mhòds, like smaller Mhòds, all over the place, small, towns and cities across Scotland that build up to the national Mhòd. And as well, in the Gaelic diaspora, the spreading of Gaels across the world, there are Mhòds in various countries. There's a Canadian Mhòd. The American Mhòd is in November. And as a matter of fact, I should send out a link that if you want to, you can attend. You don't have to compete. You can just watch if you want to. It's in November. I think it costs $20 or something like that. But you attend on Zoom. And so if you're so inclined, well, I'll just send you the link and you can decide for yourself. But anyway, all right. So what is the Mhòd? J of Art. Okay. It's a festival of Gaelic language and arts. It's a great time. It's a party. It's a Gaelic party. It's a Céilí. It's a national Céilí. It's a worldwide Céilí. I had a friend, former teacher. He's Nachmar, and he's no longer with us. He's okay, he died. But he used to call it the Whiskey Olympics. Anyway, with a great deal of fondness, okay. Founded to celebrate and promote Gaelic, and it goes around Scotland. Okay, each year it's in a different location in Scotland. I mean, sometimes, you find it in the major cities: Edinburgh, Glasgow, Inverness, Fort William. This year it's in Lochaber, which is on the west coast of Scotland. Okay, and so it goes around, and it has competitions and concerts and community events. It began in the late 19th century, the late 1800s, okay, and received a royal patronage. Very important in Britain that something gets the official stamp of approval, by the family. Has grown into a modern celebration of Gaelic life. It has competitions and the arts. So it has both competitions, and competition is one of the way that people demonstrate their art. Okay, so it doesn't have to be that way. It could be just, but that's the way that it's organized. So it has solo and choral singing. It has poetry recitation, that is, reciting a poem, and storytelling. Okay. It has bagpiping, the Clàr, the harp, the fiddle, and other instrumentals, the accordion. It has drama and Highland dancing and literary competitions. And my very minor claim to fame is some years ago I won the gold medal in written poetry at the Mhòd, at the National Mhòd. And youth classes to nurture young talent. And so it also has a non-competitive events. It's language and education, Can and Agus Folum. Encourages everyday use of Gaelic on a national stage. Showcases school and community learning outcomes. Creates role models for new speakers and has workshops. Okay, so anyway, so it's not just an event by itself. It has a purpose to further Gaelic and maintain Gaelic and allow a venue for people to come together. Okay, so community and the economy. So it's always a lot of fun. Parades, ceilidhs, and church services, a lot of stuff on the side. They have a lot of side events. Like any national convention, any kind of convention anywhere in the world, a lot of people go there, and it's good for business. I mean, so businesses love it. I mean, because a lot of people are coming and spending money. Okay. There's media outreach. Okay. Extensive coverage on radio and TV, including BBC Alapa, live streams and clips to help the diaspora join in. We're the diaspora, okay, which means the spreading out of Gaels across the world, and it builds visibility for Gaelic arts in Scotland and internationally. And a Gael Parsht, well, you can take part by competing. Okay, if if you have a song that you want to sing, or you can just sign up and compete. If you have something written that you want to compete, you can send it in. Of course, it has to be within the deadlines and everything. Now it's too late because the competitions are ongoing. I think the deadlines are usually late summer, something like that. A lot of youth participation. In fact, one of my favorite portions of the Mhòd is seeing the little ones sing or tell stories. And why it matters, Karsanahai Kutramach, why it's important. Sustains a living language through practice, pride, and performance. It connects generations, creates momentum for Gaelic education, and affirms that Gaelic belongs to everyone who chooses to use it. Okay, so anyway, so why it matters. So that's the, and here's some, so I include this, we won't go through this now, but, some useful phrases to use at the Mhòd. Okay, and a lot of Gaelic speakers go there. So if you're ever in Scotland in October, it's always held in October. You can go to the Mhòd and practice your Gaelic there. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So where are we going now? Oh yeah. Okay. So now I know where we're going. We are going to.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah.
At the Mhòd, you said that they do a lot of Gaelic. Would they have classes that like a traveler could just go to the class, or is that more organized outside of the Mhòd?
Well, it's not a part of the Mhòd itself, I think, but it's but if they do have classes like that, it'd be in conjunction with the Mhòd.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay. And then walking down the street is your class. I mean, you walk down the street and just talk to people. Okay. Yeah. Try out your Gaelic on them. Okay.
Well, I imagine you'd have more results by just doing that than normally, because James and I found we were about the few people that, come on, and no one could respond.
Right. Yeah. Well, you guys are mostly in the lowlands, though.
Yeah. So that is different than you think the.
Oh, yeah. Once you get up in the Highlands, especially in the Outer Isles.
Oh, okay.
You have much greater number of people who know Gaelic, or even know, yeah. So, but at the Mhòd, it's a Gaelic event.
Oh, I get you.
Only people who are interested in Gaelic go there, and many of those know Gaelic, and so you can walk down the street and just talk to people, try out your Gaelic, and and one of the things that we're lacking in our environment here, in our learning environment, is the necessity to speak Gaelic. I've
the
always one of the
necessity.
reasons that children learn language is they have to speak the language to get what they want. If they want a bottle, they have to learn how to say bottle. They have to learn how to say, give me bowel, give me bottle, give me, I mean, they have to learn how to say these words to get what they want. And so we don't have that here. I mean, that's one thing that we lack anyway. But
I have a question about,
go ahead, yeah.
Do you think Scotland will ever make it compulsory to learn Gaelic in school, kind of like in Ireland? Because I know it's kind of mandatory in Ireland.
Yeah, well, it is. Okay, so it's a tricky question. It's a long-term unstated goal of the Gaelic, what sometimes is called the Gaelic Mafia, to turn Scotland Gaelic. And there's resistance. There's a lot of antagonism still. I mean, whenever new signs, bilingual street signs go up, you always get letters to the editor, I'm so confused, I can't find my way. I mean, it says right there in English, right? Yeah. But so you have a lot of that. You have a lot of prejudice still against Gaelic speakers, but kind of address the issue. The Gaelic authorities, coming on Gael, the Gaelic community, the Gaelic body, moves very slowly, and I have to confess that when I first started looking intensely at this, which was a couple decades ago, I was a little disappointed that they were so weak, as I thought, on advocating for Gaelic. They just said, well, why don't we just make it mandatory that a community body, the local council, make a report about Gaelic. I was saying, no, you can't just make a report. You got to mandate that kids go to school and learn it. But they said, no, we'll just make a report. But gradually over the years, they've moved from making a report to recommending optional Gaelic classes where parents want them, to now in the Western Isles, and in the Western Isles, it was, parents could opt into Gaelic. Now they have to, in the Western Isles, it's flipped. They have to opt out of Gaelic. They have to opt into English only. And so the Western Isles are turning more and more Gaelic. And so it's moving very slowly and cautiously because of the difference between the situation in Scotland and in Ireland. In Scotland, there's a large portion of the population that's English speaking and identifies with the English speaking world, right? To the point that you even have people say, oh, we never spoke Gaelic here. Gaelic was never spoken here. And places where it historically actually was, they've just lost memory of it, right? And especially places that even have Gaelic names or Gaelic derived names, they say, we never spoke Gaelic here. Well, how'd you get this name? How'd you get these words, right? So anyway, but you have a lot of antagonism, and there's a word, and I'll share a bad word with you. Okay, I've actually heard this is a word of prejudice, okay, against Gaelic speakers, Gaels. Okay, it's kind of equivalent to the N word, and here in America, and it's Seachdain. Okay, Gaelic speaker slang, what do you call it? Epithet, bad word. Okay, a
So
chuch.
it sounds like it's
Huh?
worse than just saying, "Oh, country bumpkins living on those aisles over there." Like it's not. It's worse than that.
Yeah, it's worse. Now, a long time there was that stigma, and for a long time, Gaelic speakers very often would not admit that they knew Gaelic, unless they were in a group that they felt safe in.
So
Because
do they think that they're less evolved because they're not in the modern world? Is that what it is?
Yeah, because they're not English speaking. Terrible prejudice in the English speaking.
Yeah, prejudice.
English, I mean, broad picture, English has been called a killer language. From the very earliest days, English speaking communities have sought to expunge other languages. English communities have never had a live and let live. I mean, so all over Europe, you have languages sitting side by side next to each other. You have people very happily learning half a dozen different languages, but in English speaking communities, and this is true in England, Canada, Australia, the United States, I've seen English speakers in the United States yell at people speaking Spanish, just because they're speaking Spanish, But this is a long time history of English language culture. Anyway, so Seachdain, yeah, it's kind of the N word applied to Gaels. Okay, so and I've heard people use it when I was in Scotland. Now, of course, they thought I was American and I didn't know,
Oh, little did they know you know your stuff.
Little did they know me.
No.
But
Did you
anyway,
confront them?
What?
Did you confront them about it?
No, I didn't. And I'll tell you why. I was so surprised. I just stood there with my mouth open, so sometimes I'm not quick on the take up, but that might be the case with anybody when they when they're hit with something for the first time, because I never expected somebody to say that. So I just go, what? What did you say what I thought you said? And by the time I was able to gather myself, I wasn't the moment had passed. But anyway, but now I know. So so now if that happens again, I'd say something. But anyway,
so the word you wrote, the word you typed right there, is that an English word?
Yeah, yeah. It's not a Gaelic word, but it's an English word that attempts to, I guess, replicate what Gaelic sounds like to an English person.
Okay, that's what's throwing me. It kind of sounds like a Gaelic word.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like a Gaelic word, but it's not. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
It's sort of like when, not exactly, but it's sort of like when an English-speaking person who's prejudiced against Chinese will mock what Chinese sounds like. Go,
okay.
So they'll do something like that. Seachdain is something like that. So anyway, but it's interesting to consider. I mean, just one more thing, and I guess in general, that prejudice, here in the United States, we're used to prejudice being racially and skin color based. We have to remember that in other cultures and societies, prejudice can be focused. In this case, there's no racial distinction between a Highlander and a Lowlander, but focused on language and culture. In some places, in Britain, in Scotland and Ireland, it was focused on religion. People are identical except for the church that they go to. and or the the beliefs in in the spiritual that they have, and so so people can hate for all kinds of different reasons. Unfortunately, I laugh because otherwise I'd cry, but it's sad but true. I mean, people hate for all kinds of different reasons. And as far as the Highland Gaels go, it's now there are a lot of stuff attached to this historically. English speakers would say all sorts of nasty stuff about Gaelic language and culture, about how Gaels were generally inferior and blah blah blah. But anyway, a lot of it centers on language. And since the 1600s, there's been efforts by the British and Scottish government to eradicate Gaelic. But anyway, and all this comes from your question, Heather.
That's a good question.
Now the difference in Ireland is that Irish Gaelic is generally accepted to be the heritage language of Ireland. So kids don't always enjoy learning it, but people accept it. Yes, that's our heritage. That's our language of the entire country. So hence, people aren't always happy with, like kids are never happy about anything.
Yeah, having to learn it.
Yeah, having to learn anything. I have to learn that. But there's an acceptance of it, which is so. Scotland, in Scotland, the situation is a little bit more difficult. So anyway, all right. Okay. Anyway, all right. Okay. Well, very good. Flavor. Okay. All right. All right. So I've got a couple other things now. Okay. For us. Okay. So. Okay. So what do we got? Okay. So now I got to go stop share here, and then go over here, do the share here. Okay. All right. You see this. Now I want to go paste and go. Okay. So this is a competitor in this year's Mhòd, a short. She's telling a story.
Oh, I like her talk.
Measure clinching flame, le mair at house. Mian house and tree horse sabach. Measure clinching flame. A million shunts and delicatess. Ha could you get a gluast? Eishchiv high chianis ash. Ha jeez ek eden sture. Eishchiv high chianis ash. Ha jeez ek eden sture. Statinish. Och, haro calon. Cal och flame na gaia. Shitteriest. Ha, grieve. Chu shock and charmer. A skips us nippy. She han och mhuc Thomas.
How cute. I could pick up about half.
Misha Cloyne.
Okay, yeah.
Misha?
I am.
And then this is another little piece. And I put a link for, and if you're interested, I put a link for a whole hour-and-a-half program.
Oh, good.
On from BBC Alapa, and it's the last one there. And so I'll show you a couple other short clips. Okay, so this is a young woman singing a beautiful song on Gra Ath-shealladh, the love that you gave to me. Okay.
En grave hukugosa, hai margruk domanamse, shehukam kriya soles, esavnyas Rosa. Stuhog mi a Seachdain is loch roh van bagaroch smoch as in chureratche carig nord regaroch in grage hugosa she Òran nuach van Òran gamlianig sele molegut svamana mule sasich le curiok do vianochen en grage hugosa wat gragam haring de lucht skukard of la vardreim scharo ans en tel sen naim shen goach valuok en grage hugosa.
There you go. Okay, so on Rosa. Okay, and I've got one more. So this is the this is the link.
Dismiss this as just another unhinged rant. Trump is threatening to abolish voting by mail and gerrymander more states, which he says could give him 100 more seats. It's up to Democrats like you.
Okay, a commercial, political commercial. All right. Okay. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you the beginning of the program. So this is the beginning of the BBC program, and it goes for an hour and a half. I'm not going to show the whole thing now. If I did, we'd be here till midnight. But I have the link in the lesson, and you can see it for yourself, but I'm just going to give you a little flavor of it. This is what actually shows on the BBC television, okay, BBC Alapa. So I managed to snag a copy of it, and YouTube didn't catch me when I uploaded it to YouTube, and so here it is. So.
Hallo agus fáilte chuna bót náisiantaríal tá bhíle fichiid sa cóig cola dúmsa Linda nich cléod.
Agus dúmsa Hannah nich Gerdy. Agus bí sinne tín go béal éiad BBC Alapa agus éiad BBC Radio na Gael a inat nivis sa Geristan a nach is an áich. Bhí buanachan nam farpasin ag Mhòd na Clunne.
Os ich farpasin bót de sarne le na farpasin ciúil sa miscada je hacan gaíh noch bí cúteanna scoile den bunscoile agus árscoile a hada bhíh únta sin. A bharach géad cúteanna chosin baráiste áid na farpasin dulach ciúnsachaí agus na farpasin foscailte a bhatol a dú cúteach.
Mar sin fiach go fuidir siú códing is an na uad a híte go lé. Has sin atáiseach leis a cháisiid I bhhainnig farpis na poste bíal do luch íonsachaí fo eus tríblan na diac, sa da gáil na post a chaach chud rompa, post I go bhíh déil chéal dí scíre le chabar chuideach.
Siad sin in strasbé, ikach, múlach, rúmach, canach, agus an ríli má níon dail. Seo séistal bhéic fa stiúd róna nich gile bhain.
Okay, so push to bill, of course, is mouth music. In English, we call it a cappella. Okay. And developed for a number of different reasons in the Gaelic context. One, because of government action and sometimes because of Presbyterian church disapproval, Gaels were stopped from playing their music. Okay, the Presbyterian church in many cases were very strict, and music. What's that movie many years ago? Slow dancing, fast dancing, something like that. The minister in the town doesn't allow anybody to have fun.
Yeah.
But
Footloose.
Footloose. There it is. I don't know what I was thinking of. Anyway, I'm dancing. Footloose, yeah. But the same with a vengeance in some areas of Scotland, and so. And then also there are times when the bagpipes were outlawed and the fiddle was outlawed just by government action. So anyway, and sometimes people were too poor to afford instruments, and so developed this whole art form of push to bill. Okay, so let's see what our kids.
Ik ook moloch nummer kennen, gillen kriefdes vallen tellen. Ik ook moloch nummer kennen, alle nacht gezielen. Iloch is alle nacht, gillen kriefdes vallen tellen. Iloch is alle nacht gezielen. Iloch is alle nacht, gillen kriefdes vallen tellen. Ik ook moloch nummer kennen, alle nacht gezielen. Ik ook moloch nummer kennen, gillen kriefdes vallen tellen. Ik ook moloch nummer kennen, alle nacht gezielig. Ik ook moloch nummer kennen, gillen kriefdes vallen tellen. Ik ook moloch nummer kennen, alle nacht gezielig. Iloch is alle nacht, gillen kriefdes vallen tellen. Iloch is alle nacht gezielig. Iloch is alle nacht, gillen kriefdes vallen tellen. Ik ook moloch nummer kennen, alle nacht gezielig. Really money and down by riding cooler gaddy. Really money and down by cooler gaddy. Really money and down by riding cooler gaddy. Really money and down by cooler gaddy. By riding cooler gaddy, so I can take it like Alan Clear, sick of a broken can and better let him cry. By riding cooler gaddy, so I can take it like Alan Clear, sick of a broken can and better let him cry. Really money and down by riding cooler gaddy. Really money and down by cooler gaddy. Really money and down by riding cooler gaddy. Really money and down by cooler gaddy. By riding cooler gaddy, so I can take it like Alan Clear, sick of a broken can and better let him cry. By riding cooler gaddy, so I can take it like Alan Clear, sick of a broken can and better let him cry.
Okay. Now, what else do we have? Okay, so they have instrumentals, and so here's a lad who.
Fa gudjera. Nusje a bheis chun luch buánach a jaking. I gerster clunne sin bhd Julia, bh chumman Gaelach bhulle, a bhuanach farpe siún úneach éad clas a sia agus a seach. I bliana be Òran de Galister mach genúis ich gwudig, leis a bharst in a dal elang a ridge dánlach, a brailach aber agus keich brechting, a chai a chud bhna farpe sich sin.
Achadóiseach jou sin gaibh go bich ceol a bisca de jakin anoch, agus sin a hakin gaibh a drásta. If je saarnech, den ich klichet in de wokse van uw trieplen diek, an een junnet kan je snach a geul. Schlichet a roin heen, an een Sgeulachd, Gaelic, no piepedag. Bij Samuel wa wunskol Maurik a choshin a verraasje oid som arpesin. Schok de makkedraste, se klicht en pusht de Campbelltown Kilty Ball. Agus, de ale is dier.
Okay. And the program also includes a look back at some previous Mhòd winners. Okay, so here's one, Robert Robertson, who won the gold medal.
Aan een paaslik, aan een dami de satrigiak. Is er een varpus bejedig heug bij gertum of een homein. Ons gewille aling, gewille een faun agus de fhacal kutchach jidig aling. Nu de voer niet wie van nooit waar mijn vader aan een tafel agus waar je jidig goed hoorlichtje. Waar maar ik heb varpus waar maar de zee. Couldn't look at me. So for sin even station by my I guess vasich movahet gana triplin generaas. So maar sin hamen koni toliche do de na hamen smeunig groshin groi huprosel de voer niet meer van no. Waar je zijn ik gevoel door de familie dan balig ach wij jeftietje door de wij Bal North. Gehadich ons geromi ook. Agus door de how quick blien de no sheer blien de how konie smeunig blien Bal North. Een labi me zijn in een uitdoer aan de farpisch Bal North. Agus het uurtje how aan.
Anyway, so you get an idea. So let me stop the share here. Okay, so anyway, so you have an idea of what that is like, and so that's the Mhòd that's going on now in Scotland. Hurry over, and you might be able to catch the last day or so. So anyway, and I will send out a link to the American Mhòd which will be on Zoom. Okay. So anyway, so all right, so now let's go to what do we have now? We have next week we'll get back to our regular our regular programming, and we will pick up on our story. But I wanted to make this week a little special nod to the Mhòd, as it were, right? Okay, so let me go to share, and we'll do Òran. I always misspell this. Òran. Brought to you by the word far. Okay, Fàilte mhuc. Okay, so remember that's the Sgeulachd be dolav, where your pain is. That's where your hand will be. Be a tie, where your love is, that's where you will be haunting. Well, here we have another far, okay? Fàilte mhuc. So you can see my screen here, right? Okay. Okay, I'll make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so, and it goes, Fàilte mhuc. Sound of Ismagokas. Translated as there's my hope. Dolcus can also mean sweetheart. Okay, in terms of, well, you might be able to see the logic of that. My sweetheart, she is my hope, he is my hope. Okay, but kind of a slang rendering. Okay, anyway, so literally it means hope, Dolcus, Hamian Dolcus, I hope. But it can mean both hope and sweetheart. Okay, so Fàilte mhuc, sound of Ismagokas. Fàilte mhuc,
sound of Ismagokas.
Of Ismagokas, okay. Fàilte mhuc.
Oran bí mi hín.
Sound of this mhuc.
Sound of this mhuc.
Oran bí mi hín.
Oran bí mi hín.
Bí mhuc sound.
Bí mhuc sound.
Okay, so the difference here, sound of this, it's there that my hope will be, okay? And here, my hope will be there, okay? My hope will be okay. Shul in a Clàr.
Shul in a
Clàr. Seachdain er Gaianavich.
Seachdain
Gaianavich. Shul in a Clàr.
Shul na Clàr.
Seachdain er Gaianavich. Okay, so traveling on the beaches and walking on the sand. Shul na Clàr.
Shul na Clàr.
Seachdain er Gaianavich.
Seachdain.
And back to our refrain. Farabí mi hín. Bí mhuc sound. Okay, and then we repeat the first verse, okay? Farabí mi hín, sound of this mhuc. All right, okay, very simple song, but kind of a fun little song. And so so I've invited a guest singing instructor to teach us. Well, oh, here we go. What are we doing now? These learn Gaelic. Hold on, I'll try to get the YouTube version. Here we go.
Hello, Harshin, agus Fàilte Irash go Òran na Seachdaine called Seachdain Lop. Hello and welcome back to the Song of the Week with me, Seachdain Lop. Now, since 220 still is the year of coasts and waters, let's do another wee easy song with a link to the shore. This one is called Farabí mi hín, a nice easy strat speed that's just talking about where I am. That's where my hope will be too. So you can't do it and not smile. So let's go over the words. They're very nice and repetitive. The first bit is just Farabí mi hín. Fiaction. Give that a wee go. Farabí.
Oh, wait.
And the next part is
I didn't share, did I? I'm not sharing.
Is Zaunnavis. And the last part, mhuc.
I got to go back. Nobody caught that. You're supposed to tell me when I screw up. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, now we're good.
Òran na Seachdaine called Seachdain Lop. Hello and welcome back to the Song of the Week with me, Seachdain Lop. Now, since 220 still is the year of coasts and waters, let's do another wee easy song with a link to the shore. This one is called Farabí mi hín, a nice easy strat speed that's just talking about where I am. That's where my hope will be too. So you can't do it and not smile. So let's go over the words. They're very nice and repetitive. The first bit is just Farabí mi hín. Fiaction. Give that a wee go. Farabí mi hín. And the next part is Zaunnavis. There you go. Zaunnavis. And the last part, mhuc. Fiaction. Mhuc. So let's do that one more time. The first bit, Farabí mi hín. And the second part is sauna vis. And the third part, mogochas. So let's stick the second and the third part together, and that gives us is sauna vis mogochas. Fiction. Is sauna vis mogochas. So let's see if we can stick it with the verse part now, which will give us Fadam bi mihi is sauna vis mogochas. And as a reward for doing so well with that line, we get to say it 3 times. So let's give it a go. Ready? Fadam bi mihi is sauna vis mogochas. Fadam bi mihi is sauna vis mogochas. Fadam bi mihi is sauna vis mogochas. Fourth line is nearly the same. We just move the words a wee bit round. Fadam bi mihi. Fioshin. Fadam bi mihi. And then bi mogochas saun. Try that bit. Bi mogochas saun. And then those 2 bits stick together to give you Fadam bi mihi bi mogochas saun. And that's you got all the words that you will need. So let's have a look at the tune now. So the first bit goes like this. Fadam bi mihi. Fioshin. Give it a go. Fadam bi mihi. And the second bit is sauna vis mogochas. Try that. Is sauna vis mogochas. And you have to stick those 2 bits together to get Fadam bi mihi is sauna vis mogochas. Second time you're doing the same words, but you're going down here. You're going to sing Fadam bi mihi is sauna vis mogochas. Give it a wee go. Fadam bi mihi is sauna vis mogochas. And then the third line is literally the same as the first, apart from 1 note right at the end. It goes Fadam bi mihi is sauna vis mogochas. Nice up high there. So let's try all those 3 lines together so you can see how they fit in. It goes like this. Fadam bi mihi is sauna vis mogochas. Fadam bi mihi is sauna vis mogochas. Fadam bi mihi is sauna vis mogochas. And then it's kind of like being on a Gaelic trampoline. You go like this. Fadam bi mihi bi mogochas saun. Give it a go. Fadam bi mihi bi mogochas saun. So let's stick all 4 lines together. Fadam bi mihi is sauna vis mogochas. Fadam bi mihi is sauna vis mogochas. Fadam bi mihi is sauna vis mogochas. Fadam bi mihi bi mogochas saun. One more time, a wee bit faster. Fadam bi mihi is sauna vis mogochas. Fadam bi mihi is sauna vis mogochas. Fadam bi mihi is sauna vis mogochas. Fadam bi mihi bi mogochas saun. Well done. And next time, we'll take a wee look at one of the verses. Cheerio.
Monday.com, the opposite of any work platform we tried in the past. I tried other work management platforms, not naming names. They all suck. Monday.
Well, okay. Now, we've got one more. Got part 2 of this.
Hello, Harshin. Agus fáilte go Òran na Seachdaine ile códrim sa Joy Dunlop. Hello and welcome back to another Song of the Week with me, Joy Dunlop. Now you might remember that last time we learned the first part of Fadam bi mihi. So let's revise the chorus right now. After 4. Fadam bi mihi is sauna vis mogochas. Varam be me heen, you sound the vis mhuc. Varam be me heen, you sound the vis mhuc. Varam be me heen, be mhuc sound. Glíomh. So let's look at one of the verses, and this one mentions the shore. We are Seachdain. Give that a wee go. Seachdain na Clàr. Na Clàr. Traveling the shores. Seachdain na Clàr. Seachdain. Try that. Seachdain. Walking on Gaelic. One more time. Gaelic. Walking on the sands. Loads of sounds in there. Let's break it up again into small pieces. Seachdain. Fiaction. Give that a go. Seachdain. And then na Clàr. Let's try that bit. Na Clàr. The shores. So Seachdain na Clàr. Try it one more time. Seachdain na Clàr. Glíomh. And the second bit goes Seachdain. Fiaction. Give it a go. Seachdain. And the last wee bit, Gaelic. That one? Gaelic. So if you stick those two bits together, you have Seachdain Gaelic. A mouthful, but a fun one to say. So we stick all that together, we have Seachdain na Clàr. Seachdain Gaelic. That's your tongue twister for today. And the great thing is, once we've learnt that, we repeat it 3 times over. So let's give it a wee go. Seachdain na Clàr. Seachdain Gaelic. Seachdain na Clàr. Seachdain Gaelic. Seachdain na Clàr. Seachdain Gaelic. And a prize for doing so well with those lines is that the fourth line is exactly the same as the fourth line in the chorus. Faram be me heen be mhuc sound. Nice and easy. So again, we have a different tune for this part. So the first bit, it starts up high this time, and we're going to sing Seachdain na Clàr. Fiaction. Give it a go. Seachdain na Clàr. And then we pick it up there and do Seachdain Gaelic. So we have Seachdain na Clàr. Seachdain Gaelic. Give that a go one more time. Seachdain na Clàr. Seachdain Gaelic. Then we go back down again. Seachdain na Clàr. Seachdain Gaelic. Try that. Seachdain na Clàr. Seachdain Gaelic. And then we're back up there for the third line. Seachdain na Clàr. Seachdain Gaelic. And then the fourth line, same as we already know. Varam be me heen be mhuc sound. So let's try those 4 lines to do it together. We'll do them nice and slowly the first time. And then we'll speed up once we get used to how the words and the music fit together. So here we go. Hyn, ga, 3, 4. Seachdain na Clàr. Seachdain Gaelic. Seachdain na Clàr. Seachdain Gaelic. Seachdain na Clàr. Seachdain Gaelic. Varam be me heen be mhuc sound. Finish that. Let's speed up a wee bit. Here, yeah, 3, 4. Seachdain na Clàr. Seachdain Gaelic. Seachdain na Clàr. Seachdain Gaelic. Seachdain na Clàr. Seachdain Gaelic. Varam be me heen be mhuc sound. Look at them. I think we're ready to do the chorus and then the first verse and then back to the chorus as if we're doing it properly as if actually singing the song. Let's take it up a wee bit. Dee 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 dee, hey, yeah, dee here. Fadam be me heen, you sound the vis morachas. Fadam be me heen, you sound the vis morachas. Fadam be me heen, you sound the vis morachas. Fadam be me heen, be morachas sound. Sjoel with the klappigens, a koshach gedig en a vich. Sjoel with the klappigens, a koshach gedig en a vich. Sjoel with the klappigens, a koshach gedig en a vich. Fadam be me heen, be morachas sound. Fadam be me heen, you sound the vis morachas. Fadam be me heen, you sound the vis morachas. Fadam be me heen, you sound the vis morachas. Fadam be me heen, be morachas sound. Margarita, well done everybody. I guess.
Okay, there we go. Okay, margaritas. All right. Okay. Right here, stop sharing. Okay. Anyway. All right. So there we go. Okay. So, all right. So next week, as I said, we're going to go into new material. We've effectively reviewed the major parts of what we should do, what we learned before, and we'll head out into new territory. So anyway, any questions, comments?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
What type of lot?
Yes.
I guess. And if you want to go to the
mod link.
Yeah, the mod.
I'd like to.
And then the Sleeping Gaelic and okay, fill your week with Gaelic. Okay, all right. Aikava hula dunya. Aikava.
Hearing.
Aikava.
Oh, sleep. I'm gonna take a nap.
What are you talking about, Tim?
Oh, I thought. How's he still? See, Jenny breaks the link.
Okay, bye-bye, Michael.
Bye-bye.
You are not freezing up there.
Okay. Goodbye. Let me try something. Oh, I know what I wanted to try. Let me try. Once.
Platichen se koshach the yanavich. Shuavith ne klatichen se koshach the yanavich. Shuavith ne klatichen se koshach the yanavich. And a prize for doing so well with those